So today we have MCU Spider-Man taking on MCU Black Panther. Who wins? Let's find out. So, after being bit by a genetically altered spider, Peter Parker gained the proportionate powers of a spider. He's strong enough to easily stop a 1.4-ton car going 40 miles per hour dead in its tracks with his bare hands, casually stop a punch from Winter Soldier's bionic arm, lift a jet bridge that weighed 30 tons, easily catch Cole Obsidian's hammer, and to stun Thanos and Giant Man with his kicks. He's tough enough to keep on fighting after a plane crash, survive having a building collapsing on him, being slammed down by Thanos, quickly recovered after a several-story fall, and getting hit by a speeding train. He's fast and agile enough to dodge point-blank machine gun fire being fired at him from multiple angles, and he probably has the best reflexes out of the entire MCU. That's also due to his spider sense, which alerts him to incoming danger. This even allowed him to dodge a point-blank shot from Mysterio when he couldn't be seen during one of his tricks. Just like any other spider, he can climb up walls and onto ceilings. He also has his web shooters, which help him in combat and with transportation. His web shooters also come with 500 other types of webbing, including his ricochet webbing, rapid fire, taser webs, web bombs, and several more. And finally, he's very intelligent, especially in mathematics and science, and he's quite the tactician as well. But, in the other corner, Black Panther. After the death of his father, King T'Chaka, T'Challa became the king of Wakanda and took up the mantle as the Black Panther. After consuming the heart-shaped herb, his physicality was enhanced similar to that of a super soldier like Captain America. He's strong enough to actually overpower Winter Soldier's bionic arm, shift the weight of a 2.14-ton car with one hand, and to easily send people flying with enough force to bend metal. He's durable enough to withstand being near the epicenter of an explosion, which, with only minor injuries, and to survive a tremendous fall after a grueling fight with Killmonger, both of these feats of which were without his vibranium suit. He's fast enough to outpace speeding vehicles in Captain America and easily dodge Hawkeye's arrows, even easily catching two of them simultaneously. He's one of the greatest fighters in the world, being able to match Captain America and to match, or even best, Winter Soldier and Killmonger. He wears this vibranium suit that's completely bullet and soundproof. It comes equipped with vibranium claws that can cut through virtually anything, and it allows T'Challa to absorb and store kinetic energy from physical attacks, and he can redirect this energy as a powerful pulse as well. And finally, he's a great tactician and king as well. So, who's stronger? Well, T'Challa was able to overpower Winter Soldier's bionic arm, easily wrestle down a full-grown rhino, throw a vibranium spear with enough force to destroy a Wakandan aircraft with one hand, easily shift the weight of a 2.14-ton car with one hand, easily send people flying with his attacks, and with enough force to bend metal, and he matched Captain America and Killmonger as well. But Peter is definitely stronger. He easily caught a punch from Winter Soldier's bionic arm cold in its tracks, and then proceeded to talk about it and talk about how cool it is. Routinely embarrassed Cole Obsidian 3 or 4 times, stagger Thanos and Giant Man with his kicks, lift giant pieces of rubble while trapped underneath of it, hold and pull an elevator up with several people inside of it, easily stopped an out of control speeding car that weighed over 2 tons in its tracks with his bare hands, supported a collapsing jet bridge weighing 30 tons, and he ripped apart Vulture's wings. Yeah, he's definitely stronger. What about durability? Well, even without his suit and powers, T'Challa survived being thrown off an incredibly high cliff, uh, as well as beatings from M'Baku and Killmonger. With just his powers, he walked off being near the epicenter of the explosion that killed his dad. With his suit and powers, he's completely bulletproof from all bullet types, completely unfazed by two of Hawkeye's explosive arrows exploding just a few inches from his head, unfazed by a grenade explosion while he was laying on top of it, kept on fighting after a massive fall, only momentarily stunned after taking 3 blasts from Black Widow's bite, remained conscious after a hit from Thanos, and he walked off a direct grenade launcher blast, energy blast from Claw, and an energy pulse from Killmonger, with little to no injury. But Peter walked off a plane crash, a hit from Shocker that sent him flying through a bus, being slammed by Vulture and Thanos, massive falls, and being slammed into a van with enough force to tip it over. He even survived being hit by a speeding train and remained conscious after a building collapsed on him, being crushed while already injured and exhausted. I'd say Spider Man has more raw durability, like his skin, his bones, his muscles are tougher, but Black Panther's suit really evens it out here. And now, speed. T'Challa easily dodged Hawkeye's arrows, easily caught 2 of Clint's arrows simultaneously, keep pace with Winter Soldier and Captain America while outpacing speeding cars, and even outpaced Cap in the Battle of Wakanda in Infinity War. He can blitz whole groups of armed men before most of them could react, and when Zemo tried to kill himself at the end of Civil War, Black Panther was able to quickly and easily disarm him before he could pull the trigger, and he was standing quite a few feet away from him. He also has great agility, as he was able to leap off the top of a car before it was destroyed by an energy blast, run along a wall of a building, leap off of it, twisting and distorting his body, and then perfectly landed on a roof of another speeding car. That's very impressive. But Peter is just better here as well. He's routinely dodged blasts, bullets, blasts, and missiles, quickly webbed up Drax, Star-Lord, and Mantis before they could land on the ground. Granted, the gravity was off, but still. And he dodged machine gun fire from several drones simultaneously, even while swinging on with his webs. And then there's his spider sense. With this, it's allowed him to dodge machine gun fire from several drones at once while getting closer to them and with his eyes closed. He even dodged a bullet and disarmed Mysterio at point blank range that he couldn't see due to Mysterio's holograms and tricks. So, overall, Peter is physically better. But a great counter to physicality is fighting skill, like I said before, and Black Panther is definitely the better fighter, as he was trained to be a warrior since birth. He beat Hawkeye with a slight struggle, bested M'Baku, and held his own with Killmonger while depowered, bested Killmonger when both of them had their suits and powers, bested Winter Soldier, and he held his own very well against Captain America. Spider-Man has no training and relies on his physicality and webs to carry him to victory. There's also the fact that Peter was kind of trashed by Captain America in Civil War, while Black Panther wasn't. But at the same time, Peter had only been Spider-Man for about 6 months at that time, and had never fought such a great fighter like Captain America before. And it's not like he can't beat skilled fighters either, as he bested Falcon and Winter Soldier simultaneously, both skilled and experienced fighters. But yeah, Black Panther's definitely more skilled. So now their versatility, more specifically their suits. Spider-Man's normal suit that Tony Stark made for him was designed for agility and mobility. And then there's his web shooters. His normal web shooters allow him to shoot web-like bullets, web up foes, and is his primary source of transportation. But his suit grants him over 500 different types of webbing, and although we haven't seen nearly all of them, we have seen some of them, like the rapid fire webs, the ricochet webs, the taser webs, and the web bomb. But he normally just sticks with his normal webbing, which are strong enough to easily restrain Winter Soldier, Falcon's and Vulture's wings, pull back Cole Obsidian down to the ground, and to briefly hold together a sinking ferry that was cut in half. His suit also allows him to glide and can activate instant kill, like he did against the Outriders in Endgame. But he rarely uses this as he doesn't kill, and he's not a killer. But Black Panther's suit is more superior, in my opinion. Firstly, it's completely bulletproof to all types of bullets, and it's completely soundproof as well. It comes equipped with vibranium claws that can cut through virtually anything, and even scratched up Captain America's shield, which might be real bad for Spider-Man, as he has 0 durability feats to piercing attacks, and if he's anything like the comic book version of Spider-Man, he's actually vulnerable to piercing attacks. If damaged, the suit can quickly repair itself, but what really makes it better is the fact that it can completely rob physical attacks of their momentum, absorbing their kinetic energy, which allows T'Challa to redirect it as a powerful pulse. After doing this, he's punched the ground, which sent Wakandan forces and Outriders absolutely flying, as well as completely decking Cull Obsidian with a punch, knocking him over with incredible force. But the only problem is that the suit has a clear limit on how much it can absorb, and if this limit is reached, the pulse will just be released. This is evident when Black Panther was hit directly with a grenade launcher shot, and when he was slammed down by Thanos. So, who wins? T'Challa's greater skill, experience, and suit, or Peter's greater physicality, spider sense, and versatility? Well, it could honestly go either way, but at the end of the day, I think I'm gonna side with Spider-Man on this one, specifically because of his spider sense. It wasn't very powerful in Civil War, Homecoming, Infinity War, or even Endgame, but in Far From Home, Peter really honed it, and it was the main reason why he was able to defeat Mysterio, despite all of his drones and tricks and stuff. Spider-Man barely wins after a tremendous fight. Spider-Man wins. Like and subscribe if you did enjoy, leave a comment of what you think, and hit the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos and all that great stuff. See y'all on the next one. Peace!